Oh, hi everybody. So this is Stardew Valley. I've been playing that game a lot in the last few weeks. I've been mostly playing co-op with one of my friends. And when I started the game, I must say it's not that it's complicated, but if I could add some pointers, a little bit of introduction to the game, I think it would have been easier. So what I'm planning to do is to do a series of short videos that will answer some of the questions we have in Stardew Valley. So if for this video, it's really a first introduction. I'm gonna cover really basic things. So if you're already a good Stardew player, if you've already been through many seasons, that's not a video for you. But if you're interested in Stardew Valley, please subscribe now and ring the bell so you'll be notified for all the Stardew Valley videos I'm going to do in the next few weeks. So if you're a beginner and just want to know a little bit what's going on, let's go in. I'm going to load a game which is just starting. Been 4 days in. And what's going to happen is you're going to have a little introduction the first time you play, of course. But afterwards, each day is going to begin the same, which is in your bed. Just going to lower the music here. Going to lower the sound of the music so you can hear me really well. There we go. So, every day is going to begin the same way. You're going to get out of bed. As you can see, my little character here named Shirley is blue. Because, why? Because I can. There's a TV here that is working. You can go to your TV, see information. Living off the land is information about how to manage your farm. So we're not going to go through to this one. You can see the weather, and the fortune teller is going to tell you something interesting. She's going to tell you if things are going well for you today or not. The spirit are in good humor today, or I think you'll have a little extra luck. So that could be nice if you're trying to find something in the mines or a thing like that. Well, it's really useful. When you're going to start the game, there will not be a little... how do they call this here exactly? If you're construction, a chest, of course. You want to have a chest by at the start. To doing one, you'll need 50 woods, and it's really useful to put things in it. And why is that? It's because your inventory is really small at the beginning. There's only a few. I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 12. I'm sorry. 12 squares here, and that's all you've got. So as soon as you get a little bit of stock, you'll be full. So one of the first things you want to do is buy yourself a chest. Now, how do you get your wood? Well, it's kind of simple, really. You're going to take the first things you have, which is an axe. Select one. And you're going to hit those little wood things here. So you're getting one wood from those. If you try to get this, you're gonna say, "Oh, your axe is not strong enough to break that." So what can you do? Don't cut small trees. They're gonna grow and they're gonna be much more value when they are at full strength. Like this tree over here, for example, or this one. But let's go first to this one over here, and it's really simple. You just chop it off. You just keep clicking on it until it goes down. And then you have the stump, those little stump, you can still manage them. You have to get close to your wood. So you see, I cannot go near these wood. So I'll go to number 5, which is your scythe, and you'll be able to cut the grass. And then you can go through. So now I have already 21 wood. So that getting to 50 is not that big of a deal. I would say a normal tree, let's see, I think it's 16 or something like that. Let's just verify. We are at 21, 26. Yeah, we're at 35. So it's 16 a tree. So if you do 3 or 4 trees and let's say 3 trees, that's hard to say for me because my first language is French, then you have enough wood to do your chest. So that will be the first thing to do. What are the other tools you have when you start the game? Well, one thing you have is the tool that is next to it, next to the wooden axe, which is in number 2 here, is a hoe. So you can just plow your garden here, and this will make the soil available for you to plant seeds in it. I don't have any seeds right now. I got some here, some seeds for a parsnip, so maybe I could put a few of those. One thing interesting that I want to show you right now is that I click on the left button, so I got all 9 of them. But if I click on the right button, I will get them one at a time. So let's just say that we're going to plant 2 of those. So I have a little bit of soil prepare here. I will go, this is on the minus. So I'm going to click on, oops, I'm sorry. Or you can click directly on it. And then you see if I try to put it here, since it's not prepared, it won't work. I have to put it in a square that is next to me. So I'm going to go over here, or maybe I'll stay here. Okay, let's put it here. And then the other one, I'm going to put it here. The first thing you want to do is to use your number 3. Number 3 is your watering can. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. You just have to water the new seeds. And you have to water your plants every day. That's one important thing. So if you don't think you'll have a lot of times and a lot of energy, you see my energy is already low, then don't start with too much, you know. I'm not cutting all this grass over here because this grass over here will give you hay, which is necessary for your animals once you'll have them. So that's what will be another thing, but you'll probably want to build something special just for that. You have a little pond over here. Not really any fish, but you can get junk. You cannot sell it, but later in the game you'll be able to transform it into something else. You can also use your number 4 is a pickaxe. So the pickaxe is, well, same thing. You can just get some rocks. This is if you go into the map, you have to press M. So it's quite intuitive. This is the map, and at the beginning this is where you are right now. This beige kind of space is your world right now. Okay, and it will be that for a while, I think. But you'll have some opportunity to place more things into it. And you'll see that I have down the road, because you only start with those 5 ones. I have a bamboo pole. I think it's on day 2 or 3. You're going to receive a letter or a message saying that you should go to the pier, which we're going to go now. And you're going to meet with, what's his name again? Going to go here. See, social. Is called Willie. So at the beginning, you'll see a lot of people have interrogation marks next to them. It's because you haven't met them yet. Since when you meet them, their name's gonna be there. So I already met Willie, so I know it's him. Lewis is the mayor of the town. We'll have to speak to him a few times. And this is your skill. This is your bag, of course. You start with that. This is your skills. As the skills is really easy. The more you use something, the more you do, for example, mining. At some point you gain experience, and then this will go on and give you some advantages. And when you reach 5 and 10, you will be faced with a choice. It's not just an upgrade that the game is giving you, you'll have a choice. So, I want to talk to you about those little worms over here. This is another beginner thing that I think you should know about. So, what you do when you see those little worms, it means that there's something in the ground. So, you're going to take your hoe, and you're going to hit over it. And I got 3 stones. But sometimes you can get books, you can get all kinds of things. When you roam around, you also going to see those plants like this one that you can just collect. Some of them you can eat to gain back some energy. and others you... Oh, I cannot pick it up. Probably it's not the same quality as the other. So I'm gonna go back. As you can see, that's why you need to build a chest right away. It's because it's as soon as you do something, I mean, you're gonna get some items and you're gonna get full really quick. I'll show you in a later video how you can expand this. It will take a few days before you can get to an expanded inventory. So this is the main road to go to the village. Nothing special about it. Over here, this is the mayor. Hi, Mr. Mayor. So now you can talk to him. And this little board over here, if you press on it, you have sometimes help wanted. So I need seaweed for pizza I'm making. So let's accept the quest. Not sure you were gonna get seaweed, but we can try. And you can roam around. I think a few days, if you can plant just a few things that you have from starter and roam around, introduce yourself to some people. And if you want to make a little bit of money, one of the places that you can sometimes pick up things that have great value in the first few days is to go to the beach right down here. So I went through the town over here. I was here at my farm. I went down here, you know, through the village, through town square, and went down here. That's where you're gonna find, you're gonna receive your invite this is where you're gonna come when you receive the invite for the fishing rod. So you just go to the beach over here. Oh, and there's something here. There is a clam. Oh, that's nice. Another thing you will want to do is to complete that bridge over here. It would take 300 woods and will give you another piece of beach where you can find corals and things like that, who are kind of valuable. So one of the ways to get seaweeds, because that was asked of me, is just to use your fishing rod. So we're gonna get 6 and we're gonna go here. When you're gonna see a little exclamation point, that means there's something for you there. Fishing is hard. I'm having a lot of trouble doing it. So you have to be patient. Sometimes it's really quick, sometimes it takes time. Of course, because this is a video, it takes time. But at some point, you're gonna have an exclamation point. Here we go. So I got a hit. So I have to stay with that fish by trying to keep my green bar onto that fish. So right now it's not that difficult, but hey, I got it. My first fish. So that's great. I'm gonna try. Whoops, I'm not in the right direction. Of course, you have to face the water. That's a no-brainer. You can find trash, you can find seaweeds, you can find things like that. Those you don't have to fight for it like I just did with the fish. They would just come out of the water. I hope I can get one. It's already 5 p.m. The days are really short. Really, really short. That's the guy who's going to give you the... Oh, that's a broken CD. Okay. That's the guy who's going to give you the bamboo pole. So, let's go up again. There was no worm. I was checking for them. It could be useful. So even though the disc is considered as trash, don't throw it away. Like I said, later in the game, you'll find you'll have a technology that will give you the opportunity to transform it in something useful. The other place I want to show you, for now it will be close, but later down the road it will be an important place for you. Just go up here. This house over there. This house is the Pelican Town Old Community Center. They're going to be a little quest giving you, I think it's by the mayor, and you're going to be able to open this up. And it will be really important to use this because you'll get great bonuses. Because those are this place is now inhabited by the protector of the forest, which I call aliens. I don't know why. I just decided they were aliens. So, like I said, the first few days just roam around, meet people. If you cross someone, just say hi. Now that you have a little place in our inventory, I'm gonna go back. I saw some plants over here. Those could be useful at the beginning of the game. The other thing, don't worry about it. Those things here are broken or out of order. I'm going to explain to you later in another video how to make them work. And you cannot take the bus either. You have to get a ticket, and the bus is out of service right now. So it's already 7:50. The last thing I want to show you before going back to bed is the little chest over here is special. You can sell things. So if you go into it, you can decide, okay, I'm gonna sell the clam, I'm gonna sell not the wood, I want to keep it, this I want to keep it, I'm gonna keep the fish for now. What about the dandelion? I have another one, gives energy. Oh, the daffodil doesn't give you anything, doesn't give you energy, doesn't give you anything. We're gonna sell this too. So you just have to click and things are gonna pile up over here. When this is done, I'm gonna go back to my chest over here. I'm gonna put everything in it. Here we go. And as you saw, the wood automatically piled up to the rest of the wood I already had. Oh, and there's one last thing I want to show you. And that little pond here is really useful for that. It's to fill up your watering can. So you select tree or you click on it, and you left click on the water, and then you see your watering can is full again. So that was the other thing. So how do you save in that game? That's the other question. The game does not tell you that exactly. So you have to go in your house, and it's still a little bit early. Maybe I could do something else. I could clean up a little bit the mess around my house. Maybe clean those out a little bit over here. So I have a little bit of more space to roam around and do things. And at the same time, you collect things that you will need in the beginning of the game. So you have coal. I just found mixed seeds. That's great. I'm gonna plant them right away. There's an empty place here. I'm gonna hit 0. I'm gonna place them here, and of course, like you always should do, I will water them down. Gonna put what I found here in my chest. And if you wanted to build a chest, I'm sorry, that's the last thing I'm gonna show you. I wanted to say that, but you have to go into E to get to see all your tabs. And in the crafting tab, it's here, chest. If I add 50 woods in my inventory here in my backpack, it will automatically light up and I could use it. And you need to have an empty space in your inventory to put it in. Okay? So we're gonna close this over here. We're gonna go back into the house. So nothing has been saved so far. So that day, if I close the game right now, I would have keep nothing of what I did. The only way to save is to go to bed. So go to sleep for the night. I'm gonna say yes. It's gonna tell me what I sold. So from foraging, which is getting stuff from the land, not farming, not fishing, not mining. It's the thing that you just find in the city or in the woods. And so I sold my daffodil for 30 gold, which is, well, quite okay. And the clam, which you don't see the name here, but it's here, the clam is 50 gold. So so I didn't do much today, and yet I have 80 gold for a day that I didn't do really much. So you'll have that screen, and sometime if you level up in something, you're gonna see it there too. So now the game is saved. That's it. And you start over again. So that was my introduction. It's just a basic tool you'll have. It's just the basic introduction to what to do, how to save. And I hope you enjoy. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in Stardew Valley and you look at that video, I know it's just an introduction, but I'll put many more. I'm further down the way in other games. I'll show you as I progress in this one, everything that's happening. So just subscribe and ring the bell for more Stardew Valley. Thank you very much for being here, and have a nice